Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary. Today we are playing some Singed mid into a Kled. Singed, for some reason, has a ridiculously high win rate for mid lane and has had a good win rate for like 3 past patches. Usually good win rate, like S tier champions are like 53% with an absurd play rate. And then we have Singed that is like at a 56 to a 58% win rate. But of course, the amount of games played is significantly less than the like meta champions. But I would say that it's probably high enough that most likely this just shows that he's completely playable mid. And I don't know if his win rate is just high because he's very good in the meta right now, because maybe he utilizes items very well. Like, for instance, things like Liandry's and Rylai's, which are core on him because he just goes into team fights, puts his poison everywhere, and just fights people. But yeah, we will see what we can do. Usually getting kills on Singed, kind of difficult, I would say. Usually the only way you can get kills is by flinging the enemy underneath a turret, but this guy is also playing Kled, and that character is a bit different than some other characters for being able to do that type of thing, but we got him to be flung underneath the turret. He had one shotgun Q that damaged me a little bit, but overall not really the worst. I want him to not hit his shotgun pellet effects on me, because if he does, it's kind of bad. I will flash because I almost die otherwise. I really want that cannon. Wow, I can't get that either? Dude, wow, Kled is ridiculous for damage during early game. Bro literally didn't, like, use anything and we got crapped on by him, but that's okay. With Singed, the good news is that I watched VODs of him, and guess what? Apparently, even the best Singed players in, like, EU West High Elo just die. Like, level 1. They don't even care. Turns out that I guess that maybe just Singed just is so beneficial with items that the best thing to do is just, you know, you can farm out and stuff, but uh it seems as though that even if you do die and make mistakes, it's not really the end of the world for you, because you still are capable of just doing a lot on Singed because of his type of kit. You get bonus movement speed when walking near ally or enemy champions. That's what your passive is. It has a separate cooldown for each champion as well. You have a goop effect of your W. Your goop will cause people to get grounded. When they are grounded, they are unable to use a dash, which includes flash. So when I goop this guy here, that prevents him from flashing away. I don't know if he has flash or not, but usually when you play versus people... Okay, we have the Kled coming in too, but I mean, I don't really know if he's going to be able to do too much here. I'm gonna run out of mana, but if I tap my poison, I could maybe still win this a little bit. That guy dies. I probably can't kill this other guy. The Karthus is here, but there's not really much for me to do here besides just hope that he can just kill him now. Nice, okay, good. I'm okay with this. This is such a good fight for us, because we were losing beforehand, and now we have 2 kills suddenly, and the game state is a lot more winnable. But also, reaching your core spikes on Singed probably is, like, best. Fast, just as fast as the enemy team. If they get fed and you get fed at the same time, I would still say I'm pretty happy with having 2 items on Singed. This character is kind of ridiculous at the 2-item spike. But anyways, your E is a fling. You just fling them over your head. If you land them on the goop, it snares them, which is pretty good. All we can do is, like, do very, very tiny trades. We can never, ever get queued by this guy. He will deal so much damage to us. But if he ever steps up, I could try to, like, get him underneath a turret. It's just kind of difficult to do that, though, sometimes, depending on, like, how safe he plays. He just walked into my poison again, thankfully. Got that. Also, when you're using your Q and there's poison, anytime a minion would otherwise kill theirs, you get the kill. As long as the poison is on them. So don't worry about last hitting with auto attacks ever, really. You usually just want to just do your own thing. I'll just goop, otherwise he'll ult me probably to try to all in, and I don't want to deal with that. The turret will take it. So the turrets you want to be auto-attacking, it's minions that will be given to you. So if I don't even touch these, I just get them. You see? They just come to me. So you don't have to worry about auto-attacking, except for auto-attacking the healthy minions to get them lower, while not worrying about the ones that are already low, because they'll just die to your minions. So that's like the most efficient way of doing stuff. Dude, Kled is level 6, guys. If he ganks bot lane and my teammates die, I'm gonna be so freaking sad. Dude, people never ever listen. It's so wild to me. I can't do anything about it, but... Oh, well. Anytime he ever tries to fight, just immediately disengage. If he misses his Q, we can maybe fight. But besides that, we never ever want to fight him, really. Like, he missed his Q again. Wow, that's crazy how quickly you get back your thing, huh? He's 1 HP, but I can't kill him because he's just too tanky. We have Karma coming, but I'm not really sure if Karma can win this. Okay. Well, we were very lucky there. Honestly, I think that was... Yeah, just purely luck that we got that kill. Nice. Huge. He messed up. He tried to play very aggressive. Despite my solo kill, the enemy jungle is playing very good to play for their mid lane and still try to make it so he, unfortunately, gets to just have a wave frozen for him on the way back. That's crazy. That is nuts. Anyways, our ultimate is just straight up a bunch of amazing stats to make you tanky. I will say that Singed kind of feels like you're an ultimate-based champion. If you don't fight with your ultimate, you're probably going to die pretty quickly. Because what your ultimate does... I'm going to pop Ghost here. No! What your ultimate does is that it will give you armor, magic resist, health regen, movement speed, AP, and mana regen. And, I think I might have missed something. Health regen, movement speed, AP. But... So you deal a little bit more damage, you get some tankiness, and health regen is so nice to have. Wait, what? Huh. I didn't press anything on my keyboard, but E. But apparently you can get in range for his passive, but that's not in range of my E. Wow, they are just the smallest inner circles different. Huh. Got it. Interesting. I mean, I don't play Singed very frequently, so I imagined that, you know, the E was gonna go off. But hey, we don't play this character like ever, so we have learned something today. Singed playing is... It's the same as my auto attack range, but not your passive range. Your passive range is just a little bit too much, and apparently I was not close enough to fling him there. But, oh well. Mistakes happen. I'll try to rotate bot. It's probably already going to be lost. Ah, wait a second. He might be able to... Oh, no, did not kill. But I am here, but he's also just running away. He'll die to the poison. And then I really didn't want to use my flash, if possible. That guy loses his stuff, and we'll just grab this over here. Didn't have to burn my flash, which is good. Aw, man. Use my flash, but I'm pretty sure he's probably going to be able to escape here, sadly. Once again, I just get baited by this guy's thought that I have enough fling range that he can't hit me before I even fling, but he can get off like 2 auto attacks before my fling goes off. I think that when Kled gets demounted, his auto attack range goes up, doesn't it? I feel like that's something that I might be forgetting. I believe that is something in his kit. Anyways, we're just trying to get Rylai's at this point. That's what we're hoping to get. The faster we get Rylai's, the better. I don't have my R, which is very bad. But despite that, we can just do the best that we can with being here. I didn't have my poison on either, which was a mistake on my end, which I usually have not been making in any of my games, but I am right now. We can't get that guy. It's not possible. Let's just clear out a ward, because I got nothing better to do, because mid lane is already being taken by the set, and I don't really have much to farm right now. The set is very strong this game, which of course is, like, huge for us. He tried to take the entire wave just because that's the type of person he is. This guy only has 60 farm mid, so he's slightly behind, which is very good. Level 11 spike for Singed for your ultimate is pretty good as well, because it goes from 25 to 60. That's a pretty substantial amount of bonus stats that you get. Now it feels more like a actual item, because 25 feels like you're sitting on components, but then once you get to the 60, then, you know, look at the tank items, like Thornmail gives 75, Frozen Heart gives 75, but if we look at like Sunfire Cape, it's 50, so it's better than that. So it's like a mixture between Frozen Heart and Sunfire Cape worth of armor, at least, which is really insane. And then once we have the Rylai's, when we run inside of team fights, we slow so many people, which makes it very difficult for them to play. It's so challenging for them to play. My bot lane never has deep vision ever. Dude, he is so broken into Singed. Is this like a crazy good matchup for Kled? I die in one hit to him every single time. Also, man, I really wish that we didn't have a Karthus on our team, because even though he's doing really good and stuff, it sucks that I never get a fight with my teammates. Kind of got to showcase a little bit there of why Singed is a little bit ridiculous for, like, kiting people. When you get to just run away, your deal... I did 3,000 damage. Like, the Ambessa can't land stuff on me. I'm so fast. I don't even have level 2 of my ultimate, which gives me way more movement speed and stuff. And they almost sometimes where if you're low and they're trying to kill you so frequently, they will overextend and die to your poison. In our case, that was sadly not the play. But the thing that I've learned this game is that ever turning on a low HP Kled is stupid, unless you're like full HP yourself. You should just run away, because I probably can run away. That's fine, though. The best way to play this game will still be like team fighting over objectives whenever they spawn. That's the best way to win it. Set is very strong. I don't know if you can win that or not. And if you can't, then it's gonna be a tiny shutdown for them. We just do, like, very, very short trades on this guy. We just fling her, goop her, and just keep her, like, somewhat in the area, but not really to fight, necessarily. Damn, I actually cannot press R. That sucks. I got CC'd one single time and it's too much because Karthus is doing an objective and I unfortunately am walking into my death because Ezreal was trying to fight again. I mean, all they do is really fight. I try to rotate fast enough so I can also be part of the fight, but they're already caught before I get there. The good news, though, is that, again, they burned, like, important stuff. Like, for instance, Ambessa used Flash. If Ambessa didn't use Flash there, that would have been pretty bad. Dude, that's what I'm saying about his damage. His damage is so strong. We're still not level 11, too, which is tragic, but there's been a lot of weird fights this game, and we don't really play as a team. Karma only plays around her Ezreal and is always with him, not trying to play around, like, the other people. And then Karthus is here, though. Nice. Now I'm level 11, plus also it's on Dragon Spike. That is one of the worst possible deaths you could ever have, because it's on an objective. My death earlier in Ezreal's death was pretty nice timing because it was before an objective was up, so everybody respawns and can get there in time. And now we only need one more dragon to finish that, and that increases our heal and shield power, and I think that might affect our health regen, maybe? I'm not really sure. But I'm still just waiting for that Rylai spike more than anything else. They have a lot of melee picks on their team, and that makes us very powerful. We are such a strong character for that type of game plan. We might get ultied by Kled. Maybe. I unfortunately still don't have my freaking item, dude. That's what I want right now, but I can't get it. So that's why I'm just on the map still, even though I don't even want to be here. There's no plants in a river for me to heal off of, which is what I was looking for. He has, like, 2 items, but he doesn't have level 2 boots. Why does he not have level 2 boots? You're playing mid lane. So the most important thing is probably just, like, let him shove in, and I just, like, farm back here, probably. We just kind of walk around in circles and just wait. And we'll just collect the wave underneath the turret. And that guy dies immediately. Very easy to gank. Kind of what I was talking about earlier, about if my teammates are nearby and we're playing Singed, your control is crazy. You have a way to make it so they can't use a flash or a dash. You have a way to bring them back, usually. So your control inside of the fights, if you ever get those ganks happening, is really nuts. Really crazy strong. Dude, everybody's typing up a storm. We're talking about old Darius. Nuts. Because I don't have my R, I don't know how easy it is to fight this guy. So my main use will be probably just shoving and then just looking to rotate to Baron over and over again, because that's probably the objective that we're going to be fighting over. Otherwise, Set should be the one that's bought, but because he's already top, then I feel forced to not be there. If I goop her, she can't use her Q anymore. And then I'll fling her back so she goes back into Karthus passive. Oh, you got the movement speed from that too? That's pretty annoying. Oh well. Man, they are so squishy mid. If my teammates don't fight, technically we're just like taking objectives, but they usually fight quite frequently, so it's probably going to be happening. Let's just hit this anyways. And just continue hitting this bot lane turret just to get it. I have blue buffs, so I can just keep my poison on forever. And we got bot lane. Huge turret take, a lot of plates for myself as well, so I will be able to afford a new item pretty soon. Zhonya's might be okay. It might. I mean, we really just only care about getting Soul. If we get Soul, the game should become so much easier because I'll be able to... Dude, I feel like I want to go this. Okay, so how Soul works, right, with this Chemtech one is that when you're below half, you have damage reduction. This item is kind of like a miniature Mundo ultimate that automatically triggers and gives you healing and tenacity and movement speed when you get below 30% and you start regenning, and the thing that regens has a base value, but it also has a scaling on it that scales off of... That guy's dead. Too bad I wasn't able to, like, stay in this fight, though, because this fight's going on forever, and I feel like we definitely can, contribute in it. Let's just kill that guy just to make sure that she's dead. And then we'll just walk around. We can use the auto attacks to proc Conquer more frequently. Just fling him back, and then we're just gonna stand here for a second. Goop him. That guy's dead. Good team fight. Nice. Yeah, inside of team fights, you are like a disruptor. You want to be either peeling your teammates with your goop, which really messes people up with being able to use their abilities. Otherwise, like flinging them off your teammates or flinging them into your teammates, or running into clumps of enemies, because when you run into a clump, your passive will like stack because it has a cooldown, but the cooldown is based off of each individual champion, so you can actually run into a clump of 3 and it would give you 75% movement speed, so you can instantly run away from them right as you do it. But yeah, because this, I was trying to explain, has armor and magic resist scaling for the health part of it, I don't have any armor and magic resist, so it doesn't really work very well. But we do. My ultimate. Boom. That's the synergy. When I press... There's not that many abilities in League of Legends that give you armor and magic resist. Only a few. Singed is one of them. So he technically utilizes this item better than some others. Like, for instance, Alistar, if he bought this item, when it works, he doesn't get armor and magic resist with his ultimate, he just gets damage reduction. But I get something that technically scales with this item, and of course, because it's going to be like me getting low... That's very powerful too, because that allows us... we should probably try to help this guy, but I don't know if I can get there in time. Flung him back. I can just walk around here. I'm so freaking fast. Fling him back. Start auto-attacking to proc the Conqueror. I'll just goop him, just because you're going to fling me into that. I could probably still kill this guy, I think, as long as I get near him. I will probably die here, but the good news is that I got a lot of them, and I felt like it was still worth it to do a play like that, even if I'm worth a shutdown, because the pressure of having that guy off the map, I think, makes it where the melee champions they have can't defend very easily. Veigar is one of their only wave clear champs in the game. Usually melee picks can't really wave clear, usually it's range picks that have to wave clear, so if they don't have wave clear, that means that sieging is much easier. And also I like took down a couple of them, right? Which is pretty good. So very nice. And now, we will just go for... We can go with Deadman's for movement speed, Riftmaker for more damage. I would say Deadman seems kind of good here. They have a lot of 80 damage dealers, but it looks like the game's just over. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the commentary. I feel like my team should be able to end on this push, but hey, it might not happen. We'll see. My team wants to triple inhib them because that's probably the most efficient way of just winning the game outright. If you ever walk near your allies, you can like get that bonus movement speed for a little bit, which is really effective for catching, like that. So what I did is that I just ran near my set, and my set has the passive, and that's what enabled me to do something like that. Man, we don't really die very quickly, do we? How to singed. How to signed. We're gonna keep that. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. That was Singed mid lane. The win rate on this champion is absurd for some reason. Maybe it's just because of the itemization effects and like, it doesn't matter how many times you really die in lane, you usually can like do a lot with them. But damage dealt, not too shabby, did okay. Inside of some team fights, we were able to do a lot. Some of them we weren't. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Have a great day. I'll try to do game 2. But the game 2 will probably be of a game 1 that I just felt like wasn't good enough. So if you want to see game 2, it's probably going to have the explanations of game 1 again. All right, see you guys later. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary. Today we are playing some Singed mid lane. Dude, what is Elise doing? Okay, well, if Elise doesn't, like, go in immediately, I could just pop Ghost and just fling them down bot side, but because she walked in such a strange manner, she kind of ruined it. That's okay, though. I'll just go back mid. We're playing some Singed mid today because for some reason, his win rate is absolutely absurd. And also, it looks as though me just being here really has benefited my team because I just made it so Graves couldn't take my teammate's blue, which is kind of nice. Singed is a character that is, surprisingly, like, I don't know why his win rate is so good mid lane, but for instance, S+ tier champions like Ahri and stuff in the past were like about 53% win rate for a very high play rate. The Singed win rate is like 56 to 58% win rate mid lane, but of course the play rate is way less and stuff. But because the play rate is still high enough and the win rate is high enough, that probably means that he's way more viable mid lane than you would think. The early game is tough. I've looked up Singed VODs of like EU West Singed players and stuff. People die like level 1. Apparently it doesn't even matter. Yeah, I don't know if it's just because Singed has such good itemization in League right now for the meta or something, but you just go Rylai's and Liandry's, you run around inside of team fights, and when you do that with your poison trail, people just burn to death. Definitely probably easier to fight some other champions besides this guy. If you ever want to kill somebody in lane, you basically can't unless a gank happens or you fling them underneath turret, which is tough. But if you can do that, you can sometimes win. It's really, honestly, like kind of one of the only methods to be able to win. So yeah, just be aware of that. The way that you win is by flinging them underneath the turret somehow. So if you can do that, then you'll be able to do a lot. But besides that, otherwise, you kind of just, like, farm out. Like, try to get the best that you can. With your poison, if minions would ever die to your minions, then you get the kill. If the turret is to kill it, you don't get it. So when you're trying to CS with your poison here, all of these minions that have poison on them, I don't even need to last hit them. They'll automatically come to me, so then you can focus your auto attacks on the healthier ones. It didn't always used to do that. It only was introduced like last year or something. Akshan got a crazy roam off, sadly, which sucks for my teammates, but it is what it is. I mean, Akshan, unfortunately, has one of the stupidest freaking roams in the entire game. Because he has a camouflage mechanic, meaning that he's basically like an Evelyn level 6 ganking you. He bypassed this, he bypassed this. He just turns invisible and you don't know if he based or if he's roaming. It's such a stupid playstyle, but it's very efficient. Because also his camouflage doesn't go away, doesn't have a time limit. It's infinite. Doesn't go away. So crazy that he has that. But despite that, it's okay. You know, I'll see if I can ever get down there to, like, also do a roam play, because if I can, it could be pretty beneficial to the team. If you are to fight people, you have to just be auto-attack weaving with your poison out. Your poison does deal a lot. So be aware that when people are standing inside of this, it starts adding up very quickly. It already lasts 2 seconds, and its AP ratio is like 42%, so it's like a 85% AP ratio for one singular tick. And the good news is that I could maybe try to do a roam, because my bot lane is doing good, but I might get seen by Graves, which would ruin the play, but Graves went mid lane. Akshan went top to try to do a dive because he's trying to benefit his team, but it didn't work for them. So we'll just fling her back and she just dies, and we get a kill for the team. I use my ghost to go somewhere and help them, and that really ruins their game plan. Plus, I'm level 6 now. So, we know about the goop and stuff, and or have I explained it? I've done a few recordings of this, but my teammates today are kind of crazy. So, your W is a grounding effect. Grounding effects are insane. It makes it so not only does it stop dashes, but it prevents dashes. You can't flash. You're not allowed to. Graves can't use his E. Akshan can't swing. You're not allowed to cast any of your abilities that would be a dash move. And if you ever fling people on top of it, it's also a snare. But a grounding effect is very powerful and kind of rare in League. So Poppy has a grounding effect on her W if she ever has somebody dash inside of it. I could maybe just try to fight this guy a little bit. I mean, it's not going to be the best trade ever, but... Got Conqueror stacked, a little bit of health from the Conqueror. Your ultimate is just straight up stats for a long time. It lasts 25 seconds. 25 seconds is a long time. We just goop him, fling him back. He just dies. Really nice Elise gank. If people ever gank for a Singed, your follow-up or engage both are insane. Because you're able to successfully either layer a grounding effect so they can't flash, or fling them, or both, whatever it might be. Getting minion blocked a little bit, which is annoying for CSing, but thankfully we don't have to worry about even trying to CS because it does it automatically for us, which is perfect. And then I'm just going to base because I don't really have the most mana here. We're just going to buy boots early on. It usually feels pretty nice to be able to run around the map very quickly. I would say like almost every single type of boot is good on him. Swifties is usually built the most. When you get Swifties, we get that bonus effect of being a mid laner where we get the Swift March, which also gives us adaptive with how fast we are, and we are pretty fast characters, so we do get a decent chunk of AP from it, and my AP ratios aren't that bad. But yeah, the stats that you get from your ultimate are armor, magic resist, health regen, movement speed, and AP, and mana regen. The mana regen, I guess, matters a little bit. But the armor and magic resist and movement speed and health regen are the biggest things, because now you're fast, you're tankier, you're regenning more, and your Q also now applies anti-heal. So all of those effects are going on. You run around inside of teamfights. When you do that, it's very, very, very efficient. Dude, this guy, like, only roams. This guy's crazy. All he does is roam, and he's also very chunked. So he dies. I know that my teammate dies here. I just goop this guy, and then we just walk up and start hitting him. The circle around my teammates is my passive. My passive is the one that whenever you run near an enemy or ally champion, you get a boost of movement speed that has its own individual cooldown based off of whoever it is. So when I run near Akshan, I get 2 seconds of movement speed, and then it will go on cooldown for a bit. And then if I walk near another champion, like the set or something, or an enemy, I also get movement speed from that. So when you walk near your teammates, you get a lot of movement speed. Also, that guy used his swing. Be sure to auto-attack weave because you're trying to get your Conqueror stacked, and getting your Conqueror stacked is pretty good for fighting. I'm gonna just go Liandry's as my first item because it seems to be the most common way to build him. Usually go Liandry's or Rylai's, and you build the other afterwards, and then after that you can just build really whatever you want. Some people like Riftmaker, some people like Zhonya's, some people go the like belt item. That gives you kind of like a Mundo passive. But there's a lot of options. You can go Dead Man's for more movement speed. You can even go Death Cap if you really wanted to, even though it's usually not the craziest thing to go full AP on him. It's usually more efficient to be, I burn you and slow you, but then I win, because I'm also slightly tanky, so I can still like survive inside of teamfights and reapply those slowing effects and burn effects over and over again, and you will slowly die. It's usually better than I'm just going to try to one-shot you. So we're just going to continue hitting mid. This guy has once again been roaming so frequently that he's just down 40 farm, which is amazing. I really like that. I'm starting to get really, really, really powerful. When I finish my Liandry's, my strength, it kind of goes through the roof. Also, level 11 spike on Singed, I feel like, is insane. And, to reiterate Singed ultimate and why it's so powerful, too, is it lasts 25 seconds. It's a 25 seconds of all of those crazy stats. That's a long time. Do fights usually last 25 seconds? No, not really. Usually they're way faster than that. So because of that, you usually have your ultimate going for the entire team fight if you just pop it at the beginning. Huh, I'm just gonna pop my ultimate early on here. Gooped her, so she's stuck a little bit. Just fling her back. I don't know if anybody else can kill this guy, so I'm just gonna walk back up for a moment. I have my fling back up soon, but it doesn't seem to be enough. Also, this guy might come in from mid lane. I didn't like that I'd used my ghost, but it's alright. I'm gonna take off my poison for a second. Why do I feel like Akshan's here? Can you guys not get caught by him? Okay, he's actually mid. Wow, that is very surprising. Too bad, you guys can't control trying to kill him. He's, like, underneath the turret, and Samira really, really wanted to fight for some strange reason and died because of it. But that's okay. We will just grab the farm. We can sell our refillable, probably, and we're good to go. We have our Liandry's fully completed. Now we have a burn effect that is extremely powerful for my poison that I have on people, right? Ooh. He dies 1 for 1. Why is my character not moving? Nice. We are worth a decent shutdown. It definitely is tragic that I'm worth a shutdown. I definitely would prefer to not be worth one so I can, like, go more rampant inside of fights and stuff, but it's okay. I would say the game's pretty even so far, considering that the enemy team has Grubs and Dragon, and we're only slightly ahead in kills. And I feel like the Graves is also kind of farming well. Not sure if I can actually kill this guy because of Graves being here, but otherwise I probably could have gotten him. That never kills me, it doesn't deal enough. He's almost dead. But the Graves showing up kind of ruined the play a little bit. He might still come back mid because I am low. My ultimate is going on for a little bit longer, though. And I really wanted to get that turret. Dang it, dude. You got me. I die here. I just wanted to fling on him and use my... you know, E and kill him, but it didn't work out for us. That's alright, though. At least I don't have to worry about my shutdown anymore. He outplayed me. I'm desperate for this turret. It would be so easy to probably take it with one single person coming mid lane with me. Elise, Rumble, whoever wants to roam, even the Jax jungle. Because taking turret is very easy when you have a teammate that can pressure dive. But, of course I'm dead and all, so I'm not going to expect it now. But that's something that I could have instead done rather than try to kill him underneath the turret and just wait for the next wave and stuff. I think that we just commit for mid. I know that I could maybe try to join this without my ultimate bot side, but I can get first turret here, and it looks like they probably can disengage the enemy team. So, if I just go for this turret instead, I should get it before them, top side, and then we get first turret gold for ourselves. And also, I'm getting very powerful myself. I could maybe also now rotate bot side because they're still, like, overextended and we rotate all the way behind. Because they're still going for this turret now, and I have my ultimate, and I would say Singed is usually an ultimate-based champion because of your cooldown. I need to get movement speed to catch up to her. Probably can't catch that guy, but that's fine, doesn't really matter to me. We can just goop to be annoying because it stops spaces. Damn, we are up a lot of farm. Goodness gracious. And then we'll just continue farming this out. Our Rylai's is really close to being done. Dragon is coming up. Get the plate for myself. He chunks me a little bit. I just like kind of move around trying to get my poison on all of these for a little wave clear. I don't really care about the last minion. I would probably rather be grouped with the team or just sitting on this and just waiting. Nobody's going to rotate on this if I go for this, so I just won't, because they don't really care about that side. That person barely dies. I'm so freaking weak because I don't have a way to... This is why, like, you're kind of ultimate-based, because you just die so quickly. But we can try to just grab the wave and just move on. Like, I'd have the control of that. And sadly, Syndra was dead, but she got rezzed by her teammate. Graves is the problem right now with the thing that we need to get. Graves has to die. We need to get that shut down on somebody on the team. Doesn't really matter who. I'm rotating to this. We have the air dragon. The Graves is the most important person here. We have to kill him. He is worth a substantial amount of money. But I don't know if I can get him because we don't have any movement speed. Dude, I wish that Samira did not commit for the other people, dude. That's so annoying. But it is what it is, I guess. I just wasted my R because I wanted the movement speed bonus. It's just not enough. Well, because I wasted my R to try to get a big playmaking opportunity and it failed, we should probably just let my teammates not do anything for a bit. If they get caught and die, that's kind of on them. I can't do anything about it. For the time being, we just wait for my R to come back up while I farm and just try to go for Rylai's immediately and make it so I have more priority of just being able to do good in team fights and stuff. I'm not really interested in fighting you, brother. I just want the wave. Is that okay? I don't want to fight you. See? I just want the wave, dude. I'm gonna leave. See you later. Not interested. I can't let that guy auto-attack me ever. I am squishy. I will kind of die quickly if I get hit. So, we now have a slowing effect on our Q, but the Samira... So, the enemy's doing an objective and Samira's getting caught at the same time? That's not good. Huh. That's usually not really possible, but... I guess it is. I'm definitely gonna die here. I tried flinging him, but dude, we just did 4,000 damage that fight. Because all we did is just go in with our poison everywhere, and it was an ace. And that was without Samira being there, right? The team fight started, I just run around, we did 4,000 damage. I mean, 4,000 inside of a 19-minute team fight I think is a lot, considering we don't even have that many items yet, not even level 16. Now, for the next items, we can decide on, like, more damage, or this one, which is the one that gives you the bonus health when you get low, and then you also get movement speed, size, and tenacity. It seems that people usually go this, and it seems good, so I kind of am down to try it out. But also, I've been seeing that Riftmaker win rate in the last patch because it has more play sample size, because the patch, of course, just came out recently for the new one, shows that Riftmaker, for some reason, is such a powerful item for Singed. So I'm kind of down to also try that. I feel like all of them are good in their own way, are they not? So he is gooped underneath the turret. I'm gonna get a massive chunk out of myself, but I can kind of get back on the map pretty quickly. I just heard a flash. I don't know who that... It was Graves, but Graves just burned his flash just to kill our support Elise. I think that's okay. Graves has no flash, no ultimate for this fight. It's pretty nice. The best way to usually fight on Singed is getting a flank opportunity, unless you can fling somebody straight into your team, but that's usually pretty uncommon. So because of that, I'm just going through bot side right now in hopes of maybe being able to find a flank opportunity. They're just pushing out mid, which is difficult for us to manage. But also there's a ward here too. I'm just gonna have to loop behind these guys. She is just stuck over there, so I just need to not die. That's the most important thing. I probably should have saved my fling and not flung her out, even though she's 1 HP. The Samira dying is kind of a huge mistake. That person dies. Akshan was swinging in, but I don't really have a way in. I feel like we probably just back off. There's no way that we can fight this, not with our current strength. It was not the team fight that we needed. We needed a better one than that. Definitely. The problem with that team fight was that as soon as I went in and there was 3 people on top of me, it seems that Set also was doing, like, I go in and kill one person, and he took out one of probably the most important people of the team, because I feel like Samira is the person to do AoE with me to really burst through their front line, and because I'm busy fighting some other people, I just can't handle all of them. So we get all of these. It's kind of difficult to stop this guy from probably collecting the waves and stuff, but it's alright. I don't have my ultimate for a little bit, so if my teammates just want to relax for a small amount of time... Wow, he actually gets enough movement speed to run away there. I didn't think that I would have to goop him, but I did. Darn. It sucks. Really wanted to not do that. He has a stun effect of his E, and I'm trying to never get hit by that, because if I do, it's really bad. Slowed him. Huh. Interesting. Apparently that guy is killable. He's upset as well. I just kind of will always run away from him. I feel like it's because he keeps using his E, to be honest. I don't even play Singed, but if I was playing Set, I feel like saving the E to guarantee that he can bring me back is probably the best way to play it. Also, Akshan could be roaming on me and I could die at any point. It's kind of risky that I'm still going, but I'm trying to just have a lot of pressure, I guess. Because Aldous died at his ultimate here, for sure. There's literally no way to survive it. The good news, though, is that I think that the team, with him being bot side like this, still will be able to be capable of, like, defending the Baron. Because if we lose Baron from this death, I'd be, I guess, a bit upset about that. My ultimate will be up. We're not going to lose Dragon just yet. I hope that we can, like, team fight around there. I don't really know who the most important person is to kill. Killing Akshan seems important to remove his revive mechanic, but Syndra seems to be able to burst one person before she dies every time, and then it seems that Graves is the biggest damage dealer, but he's the hardest one to kill. They are doing it, and they probably will get it before anybody can get there, but thankfully Jax is here to at least attempt to steal, which is nice. Aw, man, we saw it so low, too, darn. But, I mean, it is what it is. The team is not really capable of, Oh, Samira is able... That kills me? Okay, dude. I guess I got. Darn. But nice, we got rid of most of their barons, at least. Yeah, Action Revive mechanic really is a really goofy thing, isn't it? Ruins games very frequently. Everybody is on their team alive, because he just res them, so... That's just how it works. Because they hit so hard with crits, I don't know if that means that I should probably build a Randuin's, because I also am wondering if just having like a Bloodletter's Curse would really help out with like rumble damage too. Let's just try building this giant belt and just see what I build afterwards. We're up 70 farm. I've been kind of able to be substantial with still farming out most of this game. It's just that I don't really have the capabilities of solo killing people, really. Wow, Akshan used his R. Ouch, that hurt. We probably just have to give it because I'm not here because I was too low. I got chunked out. Being able to fight this is not really possible. Thankfully, it's just not their soul just yet. But if we never get a good team fight going, we're definitely just going to lose this game. I really wish we didn't have a least support, dude. They are allowed to pressure these waves pretty well, huh? Just chunking him a little bit. Oh, nice. Got his flash. That's huge. The problem... is that I just need to get in there. That was a really good Jax hit. I'll goop him so he can't flash to readjust. Nice quadra kill. See, this is why I said Samira is like the most important person. Jax got a good hit, which did okay, but Samira is the person that killed everybody like instantly. So the Jax initiation was crazy good. I would say like Singed is one of those types of playstyles where you're wanting to be on the enemy's mind all the time, and of course you want to kill people and you want people to be trailing behind you, but also you just want to always be making them also feel as though at any moment you might initiate or like goop and look for a flash fling. And because their eyes are focused on you, it gets really challenging to keep track of everything going on too, so... Damn, they are so slow, but maybe not slow enough. No, they're just walking into my stuff still. It's kind of nice. I don't have my random just yet. I could buy this protoplasm, I guess. Are they just gonna run it down mid to try to end? Couldn't be. Darn it, I really needed that one farm, but that's okay, I'll just wait in base for my item. Whatever. Yeah, Graves like crits every auto, so I can reduce the amount of damage that he does by a pretty big amount. And Akshan, so it's two people that I'm building anti-crit against. Let's just grab the blue buff real fast, I guess. I'm just trying to distract right now, really. Just distract them and be annoying as heck. Goop them so they can't run away after my teammate dies, but I still kill that guy. That guy's poisoned. Getting them is kind of challenging, but he does die in the end. Yeah, sometimes when you get caught on Singed, it kind of makes it so it's better for you than not. And we were able to just run around, and it worked out. My goal was keeping Akshan out of the fight. As soon as the fight initiated and, like, Akshan was with Karma, I don't think that I can just straight up stay on top of him, but if I continuously run over and over again to him and, like, force him to unstealth and focus on me over and over again, I'm distracting him from the more important fight, kinda. Ouch, that hurt really, really badly. Owie. I'm definitely gonna die here because Syndra has an execute, so there's nothing really I can do. Definitely a terrible death, but I wish that... I just didn't even want to fight that. I kind of wanted to back away, and then Jack showed up, and I was like, you know what? If you showed up, I'm gonna help you, I guess, but I should have left. Because that's probably just Baron from my death. Because one single death just means, with an objective up like that there's nothing really we can do about it. And Soul's coming up too, but maybe they can't rush Baron so quickly that they run to Soul instead? Possibly? I need to sell this and buy something else. For next item... They do have a lot of magic resist coming. Oh, my teammate already has Bloodletters. This will probably be the most efficient item to finishing in something that will help out with just a faster power spike in case the game doesn't go very long. Oh, nice. You were able to live for a long time. You're definitely dead, though. They probably just got Soul, I would imagine. Oh my goodness, dude. Karma is so freaking annoying. It's literally Karma who's saving everybody every time. And once again, the Singed, or not Singed, but the Graves was 1. Singed was 1 HP. Gosh, I keep on saying Singed. Graves. But hey, there's not much that I can really do. Like, I really hate that if I'm the person that dies where I want everybody to wait, that the team gets caught, and then I have to wait for them, but now I feel forced to try something because they honestly are very low and it's winnable. But then, yeah, I don't know. The Rumble getting caught was really, 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 really bad. It was, like, probably worse than my death, because it also was when all of the objectives were up, when my death was when 30 seconds were still coming for one of them. But that's okay. We will just try to beat them with them having Soul. We are very close to full build. But now getting Syndra's Banshees is difficult, and... Dang, it's warded here so they saw me. But if I just stand here and the ward expires, they might think that I left. And if I stand inside this brush and look for a flank play, it might be our best chance of fighting. If we want to fight their Baron or want to... Because they might go for mid inhib, and when they do, that gives us a flank opportunity. No. None of my teammates would be able to follow me up anyways, so I just waste my R. Yeah, there's just no way to do a pick. We probably just have to give it the inhib, that is, I think. If they go for it. If they don't go for it, this is okay too. I mean, maybe they just don't go in ever. I'm fine with that. Yeah, because I don't have ult, there's probably no way to not defend that inhib, so we will just defend it. And then just walk away from these guys. We can't defend that one. Try to defend the bot one. Doesn't work either. That's still fine. That's all we can really do. We have to wait for my R, otherwise there's no way to play. Only chunk. That's all I can do, but he's almost dead, though. This is probably the best fight that we have with Graves being this low. Like, what? Why is nobody ever going in on these guys? Very strange. Well played, Samira. Chasing that guy seems kind of challenging because they unfortunately have Air Dragon Soul, which is a bit of a chore to play versus. But the team has defended it. I did my job. We were able to get the Graves low. I was able to have Akshan do a spin and not even help out when his teammates were dying to Samira. We just disrupt them from the fight, and that's the best thing that we can do. 2 minutes on both neutral objectives, meaning that we can kind of wait around for a little bit, I feel, which is also pretty nice. We can just, like, power farm these super minions that are going to be handed to us. As long as we don't die. Because we're going to get a lot of money from this. I might be able to eventually sell boots and buy another item. I now have, like, technically full build in a way. 9,000 damage Landry's is kind of goofy to sound. So crazy how difficult it is to kill people. Like, why on earth are they always going to survive? It is so nuts to me. Oh, yeah, we probably just lose because of the freaking... I think that he kills the Nexus before we get back. Even if we walk back, it's just gonna be too late. But anyways, that was Singed. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I did the best that I can. I can't really do more than that. The win rate is still absurd. I feel as though the biggest problem was that they just have one jungler that's just that fed. And apparently that's just too much for me to handle. But anyways, peace out. Have a great day. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome to the Singed in Arena. We are starting off with some movement speed ones. That's it's if you don't take damage, so it's really not too effective because usually you take damage immediately. I feel like I've never seen it really be very good. The Dive Bomber one is okay. I'm gonna do one reroll just to see if there's anything else that might be crazy good. Huh. Usually with Singed in this game mode, it's kind of difficult to kill people unless you either have like a Rune Carver, burn effects, or you probably can crowd control them to death. So I feel as though, because I took this, that might be really, really good for if we can kill them with like Maokai, huh? So the plan is that we will be able to, with Maokai, CC so regularly with this Lissandra W. And yeah, that's about it. And then Lulu can't really do too much here. She's snared. Just put down the goop so she can't do anything. I'll just take it so she can't. Even though she probably just would have won to her death, which I could have otherwise won to my death as well. I know that this used to be a lot worse, so this is an autocast. There are items that affect autocast to make it so it's affected by your item or your ability haste, but I don't know if I necessarily would want that. Could be kind of goofy to have a lot of autocast things, though. What round is still going on? Jeez. Alistar is for not getting eliminated. There's way more prismatics available with the Rel. There are quite a few prismatics that we like, and if we want to autocast, we want to be able to buy as many prismatics as we want, right? So, going this is probably going to be the best. We want to be able to buy as many prismatics as possible. I need Rune Carver or the burn item. Probably Detonation Orb is okay. Flesh Eater's okay. I already said Pyromancers, but probably Demonic Embrace is okay. Twin Mask is probably okay. There's a lot of options at our disposal. Definitely is. Let's go this. We'll just go Swifty so we're fast. We're versus a Yuumi plus Gwen, and the Gwen has Ocean Dragon Soul. There's basically no way to beat these guys. Prob can't win unless we win through Ring. I think that there's literally no way. She didn't buy boots. She's slow. That's nice. The goal will be running away permanently. Because we never ever fight until the Ring of Fire appears, because the Ring of Fire gives us the best opportunity to beat them through just tossing them into it. I would still not fight. Yeah, see, like, that's how we play it. We just toss them into the ring and just play off of that. We can, like, hit this, blast cone them away. Like, it's pretty easy to play around that. Talisman, huh? That's not really what I would want, but we will get other prismatics this game, I guess. I really didn't want to use a reroll. Man, I mean, Warmogs is also okay usually for running away and, like, regenning, because I've seen it, but Talisman could give me... Wow. Movement speed. It kind of gave me a really ridiculous amount, actually. Interesting. We're very fast right now. I guess I'll just, like, hold on to this for this round. I don't even know if I should reroll. 44% and 106 is a lot. I'm sorry, bro. There's, like, nothing I can do for you. We probably just have to wait for the ring again. The way to win will be through the ring becoming small, and then I try to fight them inside of it and stuff. Because otherwise there's no way. So I probably have to somehow win through the ring myself. Yeah, there's just no way. It's so challenging. If I res my teammate, we lose no matter what, so the best chance that we had was somehow waiting for the ring, but there's really no way to get them after that. We buy another Prismatic. We probably want, like, Rune Carver or something. Sanguine is alright. Gore Drinker, Gargoyles, Twilight's Edge, Everfrost. Wow. The choices are just not the best. Not liking those. We do have another CC ability, I suppose. So I guess I'll take that. And we will just roll. And just see if there's anything else beneficial from what I get. Which is like a decent amount of AP. Pretty big amount of it. Will this be kind of AP heavy right now? That guy's gonna just tongue you over and over again, huh? Dude, am I allowed to ever move? Holy moly. Alistar, I mean, he does have a really good setup for himself, I guess, but... I tried killing him, was not successful. Sorry, bro. It's definitely a loss because sadly, they kind of have way more damage than us by a significant amount. The amount of damage this cruelty did was a little bit absurd, but I guess maybe I made a mistake. I mean, we do have Talisman. Oh, wow. Instantly consumed to get a gold augment. Another autocast thing. I'd rather have the autocast because who knows if I find that autocast thing in the future. 25% magic pen plus also AP. I still feel like movement speed and health is probably more viable. Lifesteal and a bunch of AD. Yeah, that's probably the worst one, but I mean, oh well. Had no idea if it was going to be good or not. We really need to make sure that we get that prismatic item. If I can't afford a prismatic item, I'm going to have to sell my starting item just to look for the thing that I want. Wow, you got kind of crushed by running through the middle. I think that was probably not the best idea to do. It's all yours, bro. They're just going to continue playing super far away. There's no way that we can ever fight them. We probably have to wait for the ring to be able to fight, not gonna lie. My teammate is kind of in the middle of fighting over there. And because he is... Nice. You have... Panic Room. Panic Room makes it so if you would die, you don't die. So it's a way to just win because of that. Darn. That was a close fight, though. I'm gonna have to sell this just to buy another one. We'll take Flesh Eater. It's probably the best thing here. You have Dragon Heart. Not bad, dude. I think that's pretty good. 40 Magic Pen. And 46 Armor. We don't fight anybody next round, though, so we technically don't have to stay on this. So I'm probably going to roll again. I think the things that I want would be Omnivamp, which it did give us Omnivamp this time. Still not really the thing that I would want too bad. The Slime Time also is just Zac W. And also these Zac W blobs that go on the ground. Apparently you could even pick them up. Like, gives you some HP back. I very rarely see people ever taking this, but I feel like if I just get that... thing that makes it so my autocast is based off a CD, it could be so crazy. I really want that badly. Gwen Yuumi seems like not balanced. Probably. Yuumi just will constantly keep Gwen alive while Gwen is a shredding champion in this game mode, and she also has like a ridiculous kit for high AP numbers. Dude, the Gwen messed up. She's gonna die to the ring. Damn. She probably should have not lost that. She just made a huge mistake. Fortune Shard for more money to be able to buy prismatics easier. 34 flat pen, 100 AP, and a bunch of mana. Yeah, I just don't need AP. I don't need damage. I need to live. In my opinion. I feel like that's way better. I guess I could have, like, stayed on it just for the round, but oh well. It's a bit too late now. Let's also just rebuy our thing that we had. In fact, let's just buy Guardian's Horn. Because we already get back our money, and this is pretty effective for 500 gold. It's pretty inexpensive. Jin plus Shyvana. Nice. How come we beat those guys so hard? We just keep on tossing her out, I guess. It's pretty effective. But they still were able to come back, though. I'm just going to toss that guy out because I was too worried that otherwise it'd be kind of bad. I'm just going to toss her out so she's just stuck. Because the goal with the ring at the end to win is by just tossing them out every single time. If we can just survive by running away from people or surviving through being, like, tanky enough, then we can just always win through the ring in the end, kind of. Sometimes. Maybe not all the time. We probably should have done the other ring one, honestly. It's probably a mistake. What is this? With haste. Auto-cast again. Yeah, probably Blitzcrank's hook is not what I want, because that will just, like, bring them near me. And that could maybe be bad if I'm trying to run away from someone. I think I would rather just have the movement speed, so we save the reroll for another prismatic. It gave me a bunch of mana. Darn, dude. Well, at least we have, like, decent amount of movement speed now for running from people. Gives us 68. That's, like, a okay amount. She has leg day. She's fast. How come Oriana's dying? Dude, is your, like, plants ridiculous or something? I've never seen Maokai be so useful before for AP Maokai. He does so much damage. You're kind of ridiculous, dude. I really wish that I could find my prismatics that would probably benefit me very well. Yeah, dude, the Reality Fracture damage is insane. Holy crap, his Reality Fracture did that much? It's kind of crazy. He also has Landry's. I could have went Landry's too. Might have been a mistake going for the prismatics, but I really wanted to find the one that I wanted so I could make it so my autocaster always triggering and stuff. Gambler's Blade can pay an absurd amount on Singed, by the way. If rounds last long and they're walking into your poison, you can easily generate like 2,000 gold in a single round, which is as much to buy 3 anvils, which is insane, or just like buy other items too. It's really, really absurd. I got 82 armor this round. Darn it, dude. We're versus freaking... things that I don't like facing. I'm trying to save up my money, so if this did pay out a lot, then maybe I could even buy one more prismatic, because that would be pretty nice. Whoa. Careful, dude. Oh, never mind. The person to be careful is me, because I'm going to die, for sure. Yeah, it's actually kind of, like, too brainless playing Gwen plus Yumi, to the point that you can't really, like, outplay through running from them, can you? Because they have too low of a CD to run. Yeah, it's insane. They just continue running in a straight line. It's too OP. At least somebody else might kick them out, because there's not much we can do. Also, this generated a ridiculous amount of gold for barely even being able to allow to play. That is insane. Usually you never, ever get that amount. Ever. Like, for a very short round, you will usually not have much to work with. Yeah, not the best one. Wait, does this give me movement speed, or am I just really this fast? Jeez. I probably needed Rylai's sooner just to make it so I could slow people down. I could always sell my boots later on, or just sell, like, my Gambler's Blade to try to find other prismatics. Wow, that was extremely easy. I'm really sad, though, because I honestly didn't generate much money because my Gambler's Blade was not able to, sadly, really get the payout that I wanted, because we kind of won too fast. We should be able to win much slower than that and try to get more of a payout going. Shyvana seems kind of ridiculous. We're top 4. Nice, that's good. Jeweled Gauntlet doesn't work on your poison, so it doesn't do anything. Giant Slayer or Infernal Conduit would probably be the best possible thing. Infernal Conduit, I found it. Cool, sick. Let's just pot up. What did I get? 120 AP and what? Base mana regen? So how we win this is going to be through poisoning people on repeat. Huh. The Alistar has self-revive. Nice. Okay, dude. Infernal Conduit did so much damage that round. Good round, dude. That was really, really, really good. I feel like having the AP isn't good. We just want the movement speed. Damn, it really gave me something that I didn't want again. Seriously? Yep, I mean, it's just, like, so bad of a roll that I will gladly sell it to go find something else. I found my Lightning Rod. I'm going to sell Gamblers because I don't need that anymore, and I'll build Pyromancers, and then we'll just pot up. Good. How come it shows the burn from your Elder? Is that just from you? I didn't realize it also shows up the execute for me too. Goodness gracious, dude. You kind of deal a lot of damage, don't you? Ah, no! I'm so dead. I can't even move, I'm stuck. Yeah, whatever. It was hard fought, but in the end, there's just no way to win that, I guess. The amount of damage that guy does and how much better his augments are than me is just that much better, but why does it say we got second? Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Have a great day. Bye.